Yo guys, what's up? It's been an age since we did a triple whammy of Göring delights. So somebody who has bought my Göring course sent me a couple of games. So their name is Moacir. Apparently it's a Brazilian name that everyone gets wrong, so there you go, that's me getting it wrong. They've sent me 2 games. I've got one of my own from this morning. It's just a heap of fun, and if you're not playing this opening with the white pieces, why not? You know, and if you're waiting for a course to come along, don't worry, I got you. Okay, so first 2 games are their games. So we are playing, looks like 10-minute rapid, and we're just under 1200. So this will be very relevant range for a lot of the followers of this channel. Okay, so we've got e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6. This is the normal King's Knight opening. We play the Scotch. They accept the Scotch, which is normal, and it's what they should do. And now this is the Göring Gambit with c3. Take, out comes the bishop, yes. If they take again, we're very happy, because we've now got the evil bishops of doom on the deadly diagonals of death. Or whatever. Okay, so computer here, you know, says, look, black's 2 pawns up. Black's absolutely fine. And the reality is, yeah. So let's see what happens at this level. We have d6. Now, golden rule, when they play d6, we want to complete our battery against here with the move queen b3. So I haven't seen this game, okay, so I'm just saying what's in the course. Okay, castles first, that's absolutely fine, that's sensible. It's just not what's in the course. Okay, now queen b3 is great. Queen b3 here. So bishop takes here, you'd probably just take with the queen and you're still threatening mate. Queen b3, if they block with the bishop, well, they've just wasted a whole move. And then you would take the bishop, they take back with the pawn, and you grab on b7. Okay, good, queen b3, well done, my son. Bishop takes, and oh dear. Okay, this is saying forced mate in 2, and I confess I missed it. Bishop takes there, and wherever the king goes, it's checkmate! Oh my god! That's so cool! Boys and girls, that's checkmate on move 10. Say no more. I've never had that. I've never in my life had that. And there's me going, oh, if the bishop takes, you just take with the queen, you're threatening checkmate. The hell? Wherever the king goes. And my man spends like, could be a woman, I don't know, but spends 5 seconds, it's like, checkmate. Sorry. Wow. Black spent a minute deciding to capture the knight. Well, that's awesome. I'm putting up the game review. I want to see the game review. I want to see chef's kiss. 98.9%. Huh? 1950 blue and blue. Opening accuracy 98.6%. Middle game accuracy perfect. Ha ha! Get in there, my son. Right, or daughter. Now we're rated 1209. Opponent's rated 1192. It's going to be the same deal. The Scotch accepted. The Göring accepted. Bishop c4. Well done. Takes. And now, cool. So fully accepted twice. You're going to get fully accepted most of the time, right? Because the thing is, at most levels, black's thinking, well, I've already captured once. This pawn is now attacked twice, right? So I could think about how to defend it. Like bring a bishop out, maybe bring my queen out. But then I have to think, I'll just eat another pawn. I'll probably get taken, right? So, you know, I'm up 2 pawns. I mean, what can possibly go wrong? And then you go bishop out here, and they go, well, this guy's like is attacked twice. I can't even really defend it. Bishop there might have a crack queen there. Defend it once, it's attacked twice. What can I do? So I'm just gonna munch away at another pawn, which is the exact point of the Göring Gambit double pawn sacrifice variation, which is the one that my course is on. It's also the only course in the world on this opening, right? The Göring double pawn sacrifice variation. Same deal with the Danish Gambit, right? Danish Gambit, you just haven't developed these knights first. That's the only difference. Okay, so there you go. In for a penny, in for a pound. I'll just grab as many pawns as I can on the way out. Not a good idea. Well, the engine goes, you're fine, but the reality is you've got the evil bishops of death. Okay, so let's see what happens in this game, because I haven't seen it yet. I can see it's slightly longer than the other game. Okay, bishop out here. We always play knight c3 and block. It looks a bit weird, because you're thinking, well, his bishop's just come away from here, right? Therefore, it's undefended g7, so don't I want to be, like, capturing g7? Well, no. Knight c3 is a better move. Knight c3 gives us access to this square, should the queen ever come out here. And then you're going, I know, but Benjamin, like, literally the knight is pinned, so what you're on about? But the knight isn't going to be pinned in a minute, because we're going to castle. We're going to get a king to safety, we're going to throw that pawn up the board, and all our bits are just going to go and, like, steal black's lunch. Knight ge7. Does nothing to defend this. I mean, knight f6 at least would have blocked the path to this undefended pawn, but they're thinking, oh, it's all right, I'm going to castle. Be right, be fine. Okay, castles. In general, we prefer not to allow black to castle if we can help it. In this instance, you know, sometimes they castle. You know, what can you do? In comes the knight. I like it, right? So now what we're doing is we're saying, actually, I'm going to maybe start to address my attentions to here. Also noticing that this pawn is in an absolute pin from the bishop. So he's, you know, this is absolutely perfect, right? Just ignore the bishop there. The pin's gone, by the way, now, so that bishop's looking a bit stupid. I'm pointing, as though you can tell where I'm pointing. I'm pointing at b4. Let me use the mouse. That's where I was pointing. Okay. It attacks our bishop. I think we just drop back to b3. Yeah, just drop back to b3. And now d6. Now, we can't finish building the barrage. I would play queen h5. Oh, I like that, though. I like f4. This player understands the spirit of the Göring Gambit, which means you understand the spirit of the Gambiteer, right? You're saying, I'm not worried about my king. I mean, yeah, my king's castled, but I just want a swish and a flourish and, you know, swing of the sword and off comes his head. So, is that so wrong? Anyway, the knight runs away, and that's bad. That's bad. What should he have done there? Apparently, bishop g4. Attacking the queen. Knight g4. But retreating the knight up there. This is really bad news. I'm trying to figure out why. I still want to play this move, which is actually exactly what white plays now. And white is plus 5.5 by 5.6 now. Okay, in the face of checkmate, what you going to do? You know, it's either... g6 doesn't work, by the way. g6 does not prevent mate. So, you know, I think this is pretty much forced. What else has he got? According to the machine, bishop c5, check. You know, king steps out of the way. Or bishop f5 to defend, giving up the bishop. I mean, there's literally black's other options. So we have h6. Oh! This is a pattern. This is in the course. This is a pattern. We've got 3 attackers on f7, isn't it? You know, you take with a rook. What you gonna do? Now I think the move is bishop g6. My man comes flying in with more stuff. Knight b5. b5, according to the machine. Knight b5, then knight e2. So wants him to move this knight, with the point being all of those moves come with a direct attack on g7 with the bishop, pinning the pawn, and then bishop takes there. I get it. Move the knight, doesn't matter. It's not about the knight. It's not about that. Please eat the horse, that's fine. Help yourself, right? Check. No? Check. We take there. It's mate, actually. Brilliant. Right? That's... Are you not entertained? That's liquid chess, my friends. Brilliant. Let's pull up the game review again, because I'm enjoying myself. Boom! Shakalak! 2000 in it. Blue, blue, true blue, baby, I love you, as the song goes. Not a single inaccuracy, baby. Well, I'm enjoying myself, as you can tell. Okay, right. And here's one from yours truly. This is a 5-minute blitz that I played this morning, half awake. But to be honest, it's the Göring, you know. How awake do you need to be? Because it's simple. It's simplicity itself. It's simplicity itself. Look, I push c3. I've got one eye open, right? I bring out my bishop. This is what I've seen this a million times. And then bishop c5. Bam, 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 bam. Wooga, wooga, wooga. This is not a drill. Okay, bishop c5. Landmine. Okay, we got some landmines in this thing, right? Knight coming to here. Knight e4 is a landmine. Knight here is a landmine. And bishop there is certainly a landmine. Okay. And the first thing you consider is you look at queen d5, you know, as a threat of mate. Okay. And we're forking the bishop. But black has queen e7 defending both. Both threats covered in one developing move as well. Okay. So then you go, okay, if it isn't that, it's bishop takes f7 check, isn't it? Of course it is. You also see this in the Haxo Gambit, by the way. In fact, it might be the exact same position that you get in the Haxo, which I can show you. In fact, sod it. Let me show you. I'm going to do it on a chess.com analysis board. Okay, just for giggles. The Haxo Gambit is the same position. It comes out the scotch. Okay, and instead of recapturing the pawn, which is what most people do, you develop your bishop to here. Stop me if you've seen this before. Black then goes, well, I'm going to defend this pawn again and put my bishop in a sensible place lined up with g1 where the king's going to go. Right? Okay. You push c3. Oh, yeah. But this is the Haxo. This is slightly different. Okay, then the best move here is the exact same position what we just had. Bishop takes f7 is the best move. Okay, back to the fun. Look where we are, right? Same position. Bishop takes f7. King takes f7. Queen d5, check, forking the bishop. King goes back to e8, right? He doesn't want to come here. That would be kind of inadvisable. The bishop's going to come out to g5, right? Pinning him, and it's unpleasant. He nearly always goes back to e8, right? When he goes back to e8, you don't capture the bishop. This is in the course. It's all in the course. You'll know that. If you'd bought the course, I wouldn't have to explain this to you. Because you'd be like there going, Hunty, I know what's going on. Okay? You play queen h5 check. And you're like, why do you play queen h5 check? Well, it's this bishop's fault. Right? He's away from home. This pawn is undefended and that rook can't move. Do you see where I'm going with this? Right? And by the way, if this pawn ever takes here, you take back there and it's like, I'm going to eat all your stuff. And you're going to cry and I don't care. That's how serious. We're talking. This is serious chess. Right? We're not messing about here. We're going for blood. Right? Now, this is normal. At which point you just take the bishop. Blackie here decides not to do that. Maybe he sees the threat. We take the bishop. Fair enough. He pushes a pawn. This is normal stuff. We take the pawn here. Okay? Of course we do. I think actually from memory, one of these two moves is what the machine says, but it doesn't matter. Okay. So he develops the knight, getting a bit of shielding. Fair enough. I come out with a pin. Right? Computer here says it's equal. In fact, it's 0.3 of a pawn in black's favour. Black's got nothing to worry about, you know. Equal material. Yes, white's going to castle, but black's absolutely fine here. Our survey said, bam, bam. Okay, he comes out with a pin as well. It's like, fair enough. But it's not a pin, of course, is it? Because I couldn't centralise my knight. Threatening maybe to dislodge the bishop from here, maybe try and get my knight in there. But the initiative is now swinging white's favour. Okay, he bottles it and trades off. I've now centralised my queen. It's plus 1.4 in white's favour. Queen comes to here. Surely it's going to be f3, right? f3 with tempo on the bishop, defending e4. Back goes the bishop. Bring my knight out. I've got options of castling either side. Almost certainly I'm going short. Black, however, of course, has no options of castling, thanks to my wonderful sacrifice of the bishop. He brings his bishop back because it had no future there at all. You know, all these squares are out, so what's it doing over there? So a bit of wasted time. I take the opportunity to castle. It's 1.7. There, I drop the bishop back. I want to maintain the pin on the knight. The pin on the knight is, you can take that to the bank. You know, that is something with concrete value in the game. I'm just not going to give it up. Prompts him to play g5. It's now nearly plus 2.2. Just drop the bishop back. That's fine. The bishop's just hanging for now. In comes the king. Now gets off the back rank, connecting the rooks. Rook a e1. Is that the best move? Machine likes f4, right? We saw that in the last game, actually, from our correspondent in Brazil. But I play rook a e1. I'm just lining it up with the thing, and now f4. Okay, it's plus 3.7. Rook comes across. I takes. Of course I do. Right? I'm opening up the rook. And now, look at this. There. And it's pinned because of that. And that. So what are you going to do? Right? So this was definitely a mistake. He should have played here. Apparently c5, trying to persuade the queen to get off that diagonal. That makes a lot of sense. Right? Over rook h e8 now. Interesting, but rook h f8, not so good. Okay, so here we go. The knight is now in trouble. Knight can't move. So he has to take the pawn. In comes the other knight. Right, it's just all flying in now. Yeah, we've played 2 minutes each. Okay, I takes the knight though. Look at this. 1, 2, 3. All on the same knight that can't move. It's fixed to the spot. Rabbit in the headlights, can't move. So I take free piece. Okay, and there, and we simply have resigns because I've now got the option to move my knight wherever I want with a discovered check. And there you go. But again, you know, the opening plays itself in so many ways. So there you go. There you go. Little bit of entertainment for your Monday. And I'll try and record maybe a game for you guys later on. But I will, as always, put the link to purchase the course, which is only $29 US, which is nothing for a chess course. And it will get you prosperity. It will bring you true love. It will get you some quick wins. It will get you free ELO, right? It will make your whoopsie slightly longer and make you more attractive to women. Or men. Or whatever. Okay, forget all that. That was all lies, right? But it will get you some quick wins and you're going to have a lot of laughs along the way and probably increase your chess rating with ease. And that's the beauty of it. It's easy, easy, easy opening to learn. Right now, what I'm doing this week is not so easy because I am preparing my material for the Freddy Krueger repertoire, which is with black against e4, e5, and pretty much whatever white chooses to do from there. So, I mean, this is not an opening video. This is a whole repertoire course, but I'm loving it. And it's good stuff. So watch this space. I'll see you next time.